Alright, part two. Let's go. Let's get back to work. Come on. You took your break. Come on. Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, and this is a bipolar perspective presented to you by Noir Apologia Gaming. And this is part two of, I guess it's our discussion about where you might be and and where to begin. Okay, for me, it was the loss. It was me losing my son. But then, what happens is, what happens is this. Is you're going to go into a situation, you're going to be thinking about something that happened, maybe with your significant other, or a lost love, or a death, or something, and you're going to think, well, that's the part that's really messing me up. And what you're going to realize is that there might be way more than just that. Take what I said about losing my son. That's where it started, but that's not actually where it started. Does that make sense? In other words, that's where I thought the problem was, and it was a problem. you know. However, that's not what the problem was. The problem was started earlier. Okay. Now, that's great. So, what's the solution here? That's the thing. That's going to have to be you and whoever you talk to, how you're going to figure that out. There's a lot of different ways to do that. A lot of different ways. I'll give you some suggestions right now. One of them is don't drink. I know it makes you feel better. I know it does. I like vodka. Vodka's fun. Vodka's my friend. Okay, he's not my friend. He left me years ago. The point is, I don't, no, you don't do that because you're not solving anything. Now, I'm going to say this too. If you already are drinking and you are doing drugs to cope with it, you can't stop more than one thing. So, take your pick. Because part of the reason why you drink is because your problems, and the alcohol and the drugs and things like that are the symptoms, not the problem. In most cases. Ask anybody who studies psychology and counseling and psychiatric issues. Ask them. Alcohol use and drug use, they are the symptoms, not the solution. So you can get a person to stop drinking all you want to, and all they are is a dry drunk. You know what a dry drunk is? You ever heard them jokes about people at AA? Well, let me tell you where they come from. About the coffee shops. How if you ever go to a coffee shop, you can just have your own AA meeting there. Because guess what? They're trading the liquor for the coffee. They haven't changed a single habit. They haven't changed a single piece of their mind frame. This isn't about stopping liquor drinking. If you want that, I guess, I'm sure there's videos on that. This is about taking your problems and either using them properly. Now, there's a debate that goes on here. Now, and I suppose it depends on your type of personality too. But I would suggest cleaning your house doesn't mean getting rid of the dirt. Because this is not actually cleaning your house. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, the dirt you do get rid of. The negative thoughts, that's what I consider dirt. But like your old furniture and things like that, if you don't want your old furniture anymore, fine. But keep it somewhere. You might have use for it later. Like, I will never forget about almost dying. I will never forget about walking to a liquor store with my son. Why would I want to? It's That's how I know that I don't want to be that anymore. Don't get rid of all of it because you can use it, right? Um, and part of this is compartmentalizing. I know you guys have heard this before, but let me tell you my perspective and the way I think of it. Like it's just the way I kind of think. Since we're using the house example, How about we do this? We're gonna build a house. You need the foundation first. The foundation was the pre-steps. Now it's time to build on that, right? Now, if there was grass and all that stuff in the way, you can't put a foundation on there. You have to clean it up. Get rid of the snakes if you're in Texas. Sorry. It's true though. A lot of rattlesnakes here. The point is, and you're building these rooms, okay? So every room has a purpose. There is a room though I have, and only I have the key. And one other person has the key to a room with the darkest and deepest pain I have. I will never let anybody else see that pain because while it is good to go into your past, you do not want to have an apartment building inside your own past. You do not want to rent a hotel room in your own past, if you follow my meaning on that. I used to have a hotel room there. It's called my past. You know, I used to dwell on it so much that they knew my name and my number and an account. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about living in your past. That's what I did. That's why I kept making mistakes in my future as in now. No, I'm talking about taking something painful and analyzing it and talking about that and your perspective about that. And then that's when the person that's giving you advice is going, maybe that's not where it started. And you go, I never thought about that. See how that works? It's pretty simple sounding. No, it's not simple. None of this is simple, guys. I never said this was going to be simple. If you're looking for a 5-step program like they tell you how to build a cabinet, you are in the wrong place. This is a rest of your life thing. Now, what I mean is this. You're always going to have to clean up your house just like we did in real life. You don't walk into a dirty house just because you cleaned it yesterday. Right? You still have to clean it. Maybe clean it once a week or whatever it is. Point is, that's the way you live your life, right? Like, that's the way you treat your stuff. Or I hope you do anyway. That's the way it is here. And every day, like usually in the morning, I will sit down by myself and I always go through things that I did wrong the previous day, and I compare it to things that I've done in my past. That's kind of how I use it, because it gives me a measuring stick on how much I have improved, right? And there is no one who can do that but you. People that advise you can help you with advice, but they can't actually do it for you. I used to give my significant other all the credit for saving me. I used to say that all the time. And she used to say, Daryl, you're not giving yourself enough credit. And I kind of would roll my eyes like I'm not doing anything. You're the one doing it. No. She wasn't. She was giving me advice. She was right, as always. Don't tell her I said that, because she gets this giant head when she's right. And anyway, sorry, I couldn't help it. The point is, she allowed me to see things about me that I couldn't see, negative and positive. So you also don't want no offense, but I don't want sunshine blowing up my rear end. Do you honestly want to be told all the time that you're perfect? And if you really, no one is. No one is perfect, and so I don't want to. I don't want to be lied to. Tell me what's wrong with me. Tell me what you see. Don't lie. That's what I want, and I hope to God that's what you want, because that's how you're going to do this. Truth, truth, and lots of time. All right, lots of time. Now I'm going to create a third video. This will be the last one on this step. Okay. The third video is going to be about this. I'm going to go into more of why keeping it is important, because maybe some of you are a little bit confused by that. Like, you're saying that we should. I don't mean, again, to live in there. Okay. However, keeping it, oh yeah, keep that. Keep that pain. It's okay to feel. You know, it's okay to feel your pain, right? So it's okay to feel happiness, but not your pain, right? Get rid of all the pain and just have happiness. That's not even reality. You know that's true. That's not even reality. You're not living in reality. The world is painful sometimes. Pain is not always bad. It's something that I had to learn. And I'll go into, in the next video, more of that kind of thing, instead of, you know, I don't want this to be so dark that you leave these videos going, oh my God, there's this thing he wants me to do, and I can't, I don't know if I can do it. No, I know you can do it. I don't even doubt that. Why do you doubt it? You should ask yourself that question. If that's something in your head right now, then you do need help. And if you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. But you do need help, though. If you can't do you see me smiling on this camera right now? I wish some of you knew some of the people from my back. I never smiled before. After 1997, I just stopped. I just stopped being me. I stopped smiling and laughing and cracking jokes and making funny quips about people I really care about. I'm happy. I'm at peace with myself. Don't you want to be at peace with yourself? I mean, honestly, what do you want? Do you want money? That's not peace. Now, everyone wants peace, even if you're a successful person, even if you don't have issues. You want peace in your life, don't you? Well, that's all I'm trying to provide. It's just a way to get you peace in your life. You know, I'm not a motivational speaker, but all this takes action and work and time. That's it. And so some people's problems are worse than others. Mine was pretty dang bad. But I can tell you now, I don't have the worst problems. I didn't even have it. I never killed nobody. I've never been in a. I've never. I was a liquor addict, but I never did drugs and stuff like that. I mean, I did other things. Too much sex, let's just say. But yeah, so I don't want you to feel like that this is such a hard job that you know, but this is an impossible conquest. You're looking at it as, no, it's not. It is not. It is not. Now, I had to go to levels. Maybe some people, I wouldn't necessarily suggest other people have to go to, but if you have to, you have to. Remember about want to, desire. How bad do you want to be different? Because I want it more than anything. That's the reason why I'm going to be successful at this, because no one's going to stop me from anything anymore, because I'm tired of it, and this is what I was born to do. Just help people. That's it. I just lost myself for a while there. But I leave you with that, and stay tuned for part 3. You have a great day, great night. May the Lord of Light bless you in all things. Goodbye. I had bipolar disorder and PTSD, and I was in that position. I was a broken man 15 years ago, and I fixed my life. And everybody talks about changing this world, and so forth and so on, and everybody talks and talks and talks, and they never do anything about it. Well, here I am. I'm going to do something about it. I'm tired of the misconceptions about mental disorder. I'm tired of the directions that some people try to give to people with real problems in life. Really examine your life. Want to without knowledge is ignorance. If you don't know what it's going to take, if you don't know why you're doing things, why you want to change your life, there is no there's no point to it. I want to create desire in you to change your life, especially if you have been abused, if you have been told all your life you're a loser. You should examine why that is. I was a loser. You understand? Like 15 years ago, I really was. You do need advice. You can't have just one set of eyes on your life. You have to have perspective, and you might not want to hear it. Do you think I wanted to hear that I was a loser? I didn't even want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. That's why I drank so much. Good Lord, I was an alcoholic because of it. I didn't want to deal with life. So check this out. Like, I didn't believe in myself. I hid myself for so long. I don't want other people feeling like that. I know what it feels like to be you. I really do. But you don't have to be.